Well, hi guys. It is Friday, March the 10th, and something I've been trying to get done for about a year now is finally going to happen. Surveyors are coming this morning. Uh, got the call last night, so kind of changed my plans for today. And unfortunately, we had bad weather rolling our way. uh, by tomorrow morning, we could have 3 or 4 inches of snow. Yay! But um, this is something I've wanted done for a long time, and it's finally kind of come to head over the past couple of years because uh, finding out the fence line on the south side and the west side, the south side especially, is way off, and I suspect the back line, the western line, is off because of I'll put it this way. This farm was broke up when the father died, and it was split between 4 kids. The husband of one of the daughters set the back post, back in the woods, the wood post. And he said that was the line. He plowed a dead furrow down through there, and I truly believe it is a good bit off, because I believe he used a county aerial map that approximates the property line. It's not a legal, this is it. And I believe he used that to set the line, because you cannot see from one corner to the other because the ground goes up like this and back down. So, uh, knowing that south side is off down at the creek by about 40, 50 feet, and the fence line comes at an angle, then goes at an angle this way, we're going to get it straightened out. And I know why the fence is like it is, because 100 years ago there was a road down there at that tree line, and it was, I don't know if it was a private road, township, I don't know. All I know, it was a road. So I can understand the fence being made like it was. Uh, but now's the time to get it corrected. Um, Not trying to take anything from anybody. Just want what belongs to me. Plain, pure, and simple. So, by the end of the day, hopefully I will be able to show you the actual lines and how much they were off, if they are off. Now, I may be wrong on that back line. I may be completely wrong. But knowing the gentleman who set the post back there, plowed the dead furrow, uh, let's just say um, it's very possible that it's off. I'll put it that way. Um, when you have a line set, post set, to where you don't have a 90-degree angle, you have an angle coming in, basically pointing 20-30 feet up into my woods, coming up, well, you know, something's wrong. If anything, it should be an angle this way, mainly because there's about 5 feet difference from the north property line and the south property line. It makes a dog leg back and across, but that dog leg is not 90 degree. It's like this, you know, it's at an angle. So you're losing even more. So it, you know, I don't know exactly how to figure it, but it'll be an angle like that. Not this way. This way. So we'll see what happens. He's due anytime, so I may get a couple of shots of them in a distance because I know they'll not want to be on video. So, well, this is kind of for my own records. So we'll just see what happens as the day progresses, and I'll show you the points and show you the marked lines when we're done. So we'll be back here in a bit, guys, with the festivities. The surveyors are off. They're going to see if, you know, how much they get done today. Being this Friday, and it's going to be a wait and kind of see how things develop. And with the weather forecast being what it is, we'll just have to play it by ear. So we'll see you here in a bit. Well, hi guys. It is Sunday, April the 3rd. About 50 degrees, and I had the surveyors come in, and more than anything I wanted to get this line marked, this line marked, and the back line marked. Yeah. This is the first chance I've had to come back here to put some posts in the ground. And I put it on my side of the post. You can see, I don't want anybody to get their panties in a bunch that I'm trying to take the neighbor's ground. I'm not. So, you can't see up through there, but it's kind of a hard one to see, but the property line goes just behind that hickory tree. You can see the one over there. I spent a couple hours now doing a lot of walking. A lot of walking, mind you. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Goes. You can kind of see up through there to this stake. Then there's one, you might be able to see the ribbons, and it goes on to the end. So technically this hickory is on our side of the fence because the fence is on the back side, but it's in front of that hickory. And it kind of goes around the front of that big pin oak. That's a big pin oak. I've got 3 stakes put in here now. There was that one. This one has a wood stake. The next one, there was no stake, so I had to go between this post and looking at the end to line it up. So henceforth, there's a lot of walking back and forth. Yeah. So, with that done, this is where I was getting so befungled on this line. This fence comes off of that tree. The fence is straight, the line straight to that, just behind that big dead red oak. Then it comes this way, as you can see there. Well, it was to go around the creek. But I've made my way into the bush, cut myself a path, and found out that is the property line. You may be able to see in the distance down there the next one flapping in the breeze. But it is in line with the post way out yonder. If I can hold the camera steady enough. Went the wrong way, sorry. It's in line with the post down there. Comes just behind this tree, and it snakes its way straight through there. I've cut a lot of brush out to get to see this, because I didn't know where this line actually was. Because you can plainly see the fence comes around. It's been cut off and reattached, and it goes between those 2 trees. Well, the actual line, property line, is where I'm standing. So this area that I want to work on, I can't. It's mine to do as I please. Now, as you can see, I've got a lot of brush, logs and stuff stacked in there. And what it really needs is a bunch of busted up concrete. Get my cousin to come over with the backhoe, kind of dig this out a little bit, and then get some busted concrete, whatever, brought in and dumped right there. Clean that up to make it to where it's not going to erode, because from the field to the bottom down there, there's about 4.5 feet drop. So if I don't do this, I'm going to have a humongous ditch up through the field, which I don't want. So that will be the game plan. I can see perfectly through there, right off that edge of that mowed out tree on the edge. Right on over through there. So, it's going to be, it's going to have to dry up. It's going to have, a lot of things are going to have to happen, but this is going to get a bunch of busted up concrete, or riprap, something put right here. Even if I kind of have to make a dam here, that's what I'll do. Because technically I own to where I'm about standing, you know, right here. Excuse me, right where the root of this is. So that'll give me enough room to do what I'm wanting to do here. To slow this water down to keep it from washing. That's future plans. Mark, I'd really like to get this thing cut down and take it over to Mark Galecki. Maybe not. Don't sound good. And get it sawed up for some lumber. That'd be a lot of lumber in that dude. If it ain't too late. It may be too late for it. I don't know. Still got to come down. It's just now starting to get dry enough to walk on this that I can drive down here. It's not dry enough to work by far, but the problem is we're looking at the next week starting tonight with more rain. Yay! Still have, well, we'll be back in a minute. I'll take you over there and show you what we got left. So hang on. Okay guys, I've made a couple of videos about this, getting this property line surveyed, and I haven't really had a chance to really explain everything. So if you can see it over there, right straight in front of me, there is a property pin, a post. Right over through there. There's a staked and flagged. Okay, it's basically right behind that tree over there. Okay, now I got into this before it got green. There's a post back there, white top with ribbons on it. There's one right over there, about 6 feet to the left of that big tree, and the big tree is on the neighbor's property. So when you come to that hickory tree, it's on our property. Corner over here. You got to do this. Is now marked. Right there. And right over there, you can see the pink. That is the corner pin on the other side of the creek. And what was getting me so screwed up was this whole end Had to go into the bush to find this. Cut my way through here. Oh. Cut a path in. Oh, God. Bless old Miss Mitchell. Whew. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Didn't know I left that hanging. Ow. Multiflora rose bush. Cut off. But right there is the property line. And it goes right over that way. But I didn't know when you stand over there, and I can't even see it now. There it is. You can see it down there, just past the elbow of or the lean of that tree. Where this line actually was. And I can see it in a straight line the next pin. So let's get out of here. I don't know about your neck of the woods, but around here I have never picked so many ticks off me in my life in the spring. And they're horrible. Oh, and I've been working in the barn all day. And just back here a little bit, and I picked 3 off of me. Okay. Oof. Oh, yeah, what's that? Okay, now, right there is the next stake they drove. And it is approximately 2 feet past the fence. Right back there. Uh-oh. Yeah, buddy. Oh, shoot. Get up here. Now, where is that stake? Shoot. I'm on good solid ground, so I don't want to screw that up. I know there's another one in here. That one's there. So the next one should be in through here someplace. Right there it is. Now, it's hard to see it, but this maple right here is ours. That's a maple. I don't know what this next one, that's maple. they're on our side of the property line. However, that tree back there is the neighbor's. This maple right here is ours. No, that's a white oak. That's a white oak. So it's a little deceiving. And I know how and why the fence is off, because at one time there was a road here, right where I'm standing. So let me get I'm not going to try to go straight. They'll get stuck. So I'm going to have to go up the field and in and back down. So I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay, we're back here in the back now. I'm going to try to get down through here. Right there. Okay. Now right there's one. And tree right and straight in front of me, big one there, is on our side of that line. That hickory is one of those I'm not sure about. Right there. But I know this monstrous pin oak here is ours. Okay, there it is. This one is basically about a foot behind that tree. So all these trees, bigger trees down here in this line belong to us. Our property to deal with. Next one should be right there. Right there. And it's on the back side of that tree. Now, squirrel! Okay. That's when you get down to this corner. It's kind of funny. Because I put the steel post just behind the pin, and they've marked it right there. So everything up through there that's any sized is mine. And coming off of this, there's a fence post laying right there. It's nowhere near right. Now I'm going to cut these three. This is dead and busted off. This and this can go. They're junk. It's hard to see it, but well, that might be more right than I think. because I know these are on our side. These right here. So I gotta do some more clearing to know for sure. But on the county's map, the line, how do I want to say this? The line is not as cut and dry as you would think. When we bought this property, the guy that owned that across the fence over there plowed a dead furrow this way up through the hump on our side. Well, he's the one that put the wood post in up there, and I don't know who put the posts that are here in. Whether it was the guy we bought it from or the man that inherited this. I don't know. Fresh tracks from yesterday. Good sized doe. Or good sized deer. But he was, I don't want to say known for being a little bit shady, but if he could come out on a deal, he was going to come out on a deal kind of person. But looking at the county's map, trying to figure out a generalized location, matching trees up in the aerial photograph and ones I had taken, I pretty well had a good idea where the property line was. Now, the biggest majority of the trees up through here are on the neighbor's property, not ours. This is a prime example right here. And when I said this was yesterday, and it's wet. Now, as I've said, there's the property line, and it's right on the hump that was plowed here. Now that next T-post might actually be somewhat close. The tree out in front of it's on ours for sure. It can go, and it's going to go. Same way all the way up through here. If it's on my side, I'm cutting it down. Don't need it. But I would have liked to have seen these pins put more often, but it is what it is. Even here, wet. And it's like you get to this pin, like standing right here. If you look in the distance, maybe I can see the pink ribbon right up there. And I think it goes right between them two ash trees there. tell you the truth, or very close to it. Now, this is where they put the line. That post, I don't know who put it in. But obviously, it's been in there long enough that the tree's grown around it. But that shows you how far off the line actually was. Well, and it's the same down through here. Okay. Now obviously these trees don't belong to me, so I can't touch them. But I can limb them off, get rid of all this low hanging stuff, get rid of the poison ivy hanging out, and I'll be happy with it. Now, up through the woods, when he pinned that wood post that's back here. Not want to walk in there. I'll get close enough where you can see it. Boy, this is wet. Right up through there, there's a wood post. There's two steel and a wood. Well, probably can't see it real good. But he pinned top of that post, and the post is right dead on the line. And you can actually still go down in there right now and look straight across to the corner pin, and it's right on the money. The fence where the posts are correct. But they came this far and stopped, and literally goes right through here. Now, excuse me. Like I said, if that one tree's my side, it's coming down. Get rid of this brush, cut it down, these limbs, so you can see, and life will be good. As I said, the two lines on this farm that I was concerned about were this back line and that whole line to the south. Because down here in this corner, the fence is 18 inches, 2 foot from the actual fence is where the point is. And up in that corner, being that's across the creek and growed up, you can't really see nothing. So I knew the fence was off, I just didn't know how much. And to be honest, this was the best $600 I ever spent. Finding out the actual line on this side, the neighbor across the fence had that ground surveyed. So from our corner point this way to the corner point and straight toward the road had already been surveyed. And the same guy surveyed that ground as well as ours. So he had those 3 points already in his computer, control points. So that made his job coming this way and this way. Sorry guys, the batteries died. But as far as his work in surveying this, it made his job a lot easier, being he had 3 of the points already in his system from previous work. So that, that made the job simpler for him. And I now know where my property line is. Now, I'd said in a past video that looking at the county map, county auditor's map, and using their tool, now, like I say, matching trees up from the aerial view to the ground view, to me it looked like the property line was actually just on the other side of those trees, and a straight line from here to there. Now, one thing to note is this does not have 90-degree corner. It's 5 feet shorter on the south side dimensions from the road to that pin than it is from the road straight back to that corner pin. So the line actually is at an angle. But when you look at the county's map for the property line, it was basically showing the line about where I'm standing going through here. This raised a lot of confusion. Now, it says right on the website it's just a generalized view to give you an idea that you have to have it surveyed to know exactly. And I get that. So that's why I hired the surveyor to come out and do this. So we do know proof positive where that line is. Now, from that last steel post up there north, that line is perfect. It is dead on. But from here down, it was obviously off. 2.5 feet off, I would say. 2.5 from where the line is to where that steel post is. And like I say, I don't know who put that post in. Dad didn't, I didn't. So it just goes to show that you can't always trust what people have put up over the years. If you have any doubts in your mind, get it done yourself, and then you know for sure. But it's like I said, he plowed a dead furrow, plowed it this way, because you can see there's a big hump here. Why I did it that way, I'll never know. But basically, from where I stand, right down through there, everything on the right side of my hand is the neighbor's. Anything on the left is mine. So I'm good with it. That means I don't have to deal with these. I don't have to do anything to them. I can cut the limbs off, and it's all good. And that's probably what I am going to do. Because we're already 16 feet out in the field where these are hanging. So if I can get everything cut off to where I can get down through here, I'll be happy. I may not want these trees here, but they're not mine. Can't do anything with them.